anywhere near the f-pawn. Yeah, and I think he played maybe
King d8, yes.
King d8 maybe, which is
Good
the
enough.
other move. Yeah, which is the other move which is good enough. Yeah.
Good enough, but now
F6?
after f6, which is played.
Rook d1 check, apparently only move. Well, I mean, rook f1 still okay-ish, but
Somehow this feels
it is
not
not
easy.
okay.
Rook f1 is not okay. Why?
This is bad
Rook,
news.
show
guys.
this. Yeah, rook
Yes,
f1,
rook f1,
f7,
f7, yes.
h3, we go knight g5, h2, knight gf3.
Oops.
And this is
close it.
apparently still a draw after...
King e7?
No, you have to include the check on d1.
Okay.
And then after king c4, there's actually no mate after h1, f8, king c7. But nobody does that.
No.
Nobody does it. And you also probably get mated anyway. Like, even if you do that, you probably get mated in the
Guys,
resulting
this
position.
is bad news for Wei. If he doesn't find rook d1,
Yeah,
and
he's
he
played
hasn't-
h3. He's played h3.
Oh, this is big trouble. This is officially big trouble.
Yeah, and Gukesh has only this one maneuver, which is any kind of problem.
To be honest, I
But-
think he's going to find it.
45 seconds. 45 seconds. He can still make an immediate draw with knight f2, but no, he goes
F7.
f7. Yeah, and f7 I think signals that he sees it, because otherwise I don't think you play f7.
Yes. And this is when you start panicking
Yeah.
as Wei.
Rook f1 absolutely strictly the only move, because king e7, knight g5, you can no longer stop knight g6 check, and you just lose the h-pawn for nothing. And then you, like, without the h-pawn, you cannot make a draw here.
No.
Yeah, just knight takes
Just
h3.
h3.
Oh, yeah, f8. Yeah.
Yes, so this is lost. You cannot take on f7, knight
Yeah,
e5.
so he needs to play h2. No, sorry, he needs to play rook
Rook
f1.
f1.
He's gonna
After
go
knight
for it.
g5, he needs to play h2. And then after knight gf3, he will have to start with the check.
Right now, big moment once again. Knight to g5 followed by knight f3 is the key maneuver. Will he find it?
I mean, after 5 hours of play, this is the moment now that you have to be fully
9
energized,
seconds?
you know, and find everything.
Knight
Nice.
g5
Knight,
played.
knight g5.
With 5 seconds on the clock.
I am honestly in absolute awe watching this.
Yeah.
The amount of pressure there's on them as well. And they've
Yes.
played... Yeah,
For 5 hours and
yeah,
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is already into the 6th hour of play,
Yes.
and they're back to calculating. Okay, Gukesh actually calculating cleaner than Wei here, but yeah, he has to play h2. If he doesn't play h2, he just loses the h3 pawn, and with it he loses the game on the spot. So h2 strictly
The only move, and
The
he
only
has
move, yeah.
20 seconds now.
Mm-hmm.
Goes to 17 seconds, 15.
yeah.
He has to
I
make
keep
a move.
coming back to him playing rook h1 and not rook g4. If he plays rook g4 there, like none
Yes,
of this,
h2 is on
none
the
of this
board.
ever happens.
Huge mistake.
Yeah,
Huge mistake.
none of that
From
ever
a
happens.
practical perspective, of course, understandably so. But he did not spend any seconds on that one. He immediately played
Yeah, yeah,
rook
yeah.
h1 and he had
Yes.
4 minutes on the clock.
And
Yeah.
knight f3, I think, is on the board.
Yeah.
Yes, can we
As
update
we
our board?
established, if you don't take control over the d file, you will actually get mated. So
you have to
include,
play this rook
you have to
d1.
include the check.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh!
Ah!
Oh!
No, this is
And
king
over.
that's
now.
it.
e7.
This is over. Yeah, knight takes h2 and
Knight
yeah.
takes h2
no, this
and
is
this
just
is-
King
over.
e7, knight takes h2,
and
immediately
This
played.
is lost, yes.
Yeah, this
It's
is just
game
over.
over.
I guess he wants to go rook a1 and take on a4.
Yes,
but then he gets mated on the other side. Yeah.
Gukesh does it for Team India, and Team India remains perfect.
Unbelievable. We just
Yeah, this is just like they're completely unstoppable. Yeah, rook a1, but very simply knight f3, knight g5, I guess is maybe
My
the simplest.
goodness.
Yeah.
I cannot believe what just happened. We already kind of it's commentator's curse,
Wait,
right?
how do
We
we-
decided that it's 1-1 already.
How do
Oh,
we?
no.
What's the cleanest?
Yes.
What's
Rook
the
a1
cleanest
and
here?
knight.
Only thing
Sorry,
that wins is knight
Not the
h4.
cleanest, the only
Knight-
move.
Only move that
It's
wins
knight
is knight
h4.
h4. With the idea, I'm guessing of playing knight h6.
Yes, knight h6 and knight g6 is unstoppable.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
knight, if you do
Okay, he
pick
will
up,
find it most probably. Yes.
well, is it unstoppable though? Because but rook to g3, I just simply have knight f5.
Yeah.
So I go king here. You go rook g3 to stop knight g6. Knight
No,
f5,
here you go rook a4 check. Oh, no, doesn't matter. King b5. Yeah.
king b5. Yeah.
Or king c5 actually. let's
Same,
not-
yes.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
rook f4, knight g6, yes.
Down to 30 seconds. Only one move
Oh
winning.
no.
This is still not over. There is a lot of ways to connect those knights. Only one wins. Knight
Yeah, you have to aim-
g4.
You have to aim at specifically the h6 square.
No, he
If
should
you go
find
knight
it,
g4,
yes.
rook a3 check, king
My
but
guess
it doesn't
is
matter.
If you
'cause-
go on e2, then I have f4 extra.
no, you
And
Knight g4 is
Knight
on
G4
the
is on the
board.
board.
This guy is a machine
yeah,
right now.
Yeah, this is
He's unstoppable.
this is quite something, honestly.
yeah,
Rook a3
it's
check.
really expected that we didn't find all the consequences.
Only move.
King d2 is the only
Only
move
move.
in the position.
Okay, but you don't go.
But
you mean
why?
not king c2? Why not king c2?
Because we need to stop rook f2. We need to be able to play king
My
e3.
goodness.
We need to stop king e3.
With king e3.
Yeah, knight
okay.
h6, rook a2 check.
Yes.
And we need to play king e3
If
here.
he finds this, I mean, this would be the absolute game of the round of King d2 is on the board.
Unbelievable.
The
I mean,
guy
he did
does not
everything, yes.
miss.
He just
no,
doesn't miss at all.
He
Yeah.
does not miss.
Oh, that's why he's a challenger in the World Championship match. This is just, it proves once again how strong
My
he is.
goodness.
Yes, he's just really strong.
And Wei is like, what do I have to do to find the draw against
Like
this
he
guy?
knows,
right now?
yes, he,
Yeah,
know,
Wei
he
knows now,
knows
yeah,
that
he
it's over, yes.
This was played with 8 seconds on the clock, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. We should definitely see what's happening after the match. Like maybe Sagar will jump on.
Chessbase India is going
Chessbase
wild
India.
right now. I can tell you that much.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
this is for
They're
sure.
probably dancing in
All
the
Indian
studio or
fans.
something along those lines.
It's in wild. Yes, if we have Indian fans here, I don't think so. No, everybody's celebrating right now in a
Yeah.
different channel. Yes, maybe we can even hear them from here. They're not so far away, just
No.
next
Yeah,
door.
they're,
Yes,
they're a couple
yes,
doors
yes.
down.
No,
to-
no.
Yes,
to my left,
we will
yeah.
probably go and check on them after.
No, this is truly stunning stuff by Gukesh. The last moments of this game are just
Knight
unbelievable.
h6,
Yeah,
only
he knows.
move, but
Yeah, he
easily
knows.
findable at this point.
Yeah.
He knows, Wei knows.
No, look, rook a2, rook g2, and we just have this moment to play knight g7. Yeah.
Yeah, because not knight g6, yes, but
Let's just-
knight
Yeah, we can
d7,
we can
yes.
stop knight
Let's
g6.
just show it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there is no rook f2.
No more
yes.
checks. You give
Yeah.
one check, I go
king-
to f2.
Actually, if you go to e4, there is rook g4. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is funny. So just you can show
Yes.
it. That is.
Yes,
Yeah, if
you
you
have
go-
to come here. If you go here, rook g, it's still win.
It's still
Yeah,
yeah,
of
we
course,
can,
but
we
it
can
just
come
mean
back
that,
down.
yes.
Yeah, we can come back down.
Just funny that you can try to give this rook.
Yeah, rook
Incredible.
a2 check played, only move king e3, but not a difficult one. Yeah.
Incredible stuff. King
King
e3
e3
is on the board. No
Unbelievable,
hesitation.
yes.
No, he knows now. Now he's had enough time with this position that he will no longer really think about any decision. There's nothing to discuss.
And you can see the determination on his face right now.
So,
He knows. he
Peter,
got it.
now we can actually discuss it. Like Dingliren didn't come to play this game, yes, and all the theory we had before. Yes,
I don't
that
know.
kind of
It's-
yes.
it feels unbelievably
Yeah.
unfair to criticize Wei.
No, of
for
course
this.
he played really good game. Just
Yeah,
Gukesh
rook
was
a3
stronger today,
check,
it
yeah,
seems.
and now any move wins.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess king f4 would be a mistake because rook a1 and you have to think again. Yeah. Even
Yes.
that probably is winning. To be
Yes,
honest,
no, you're right.
it's
you're
winning
right.
still. We can while he's thinking.
It
king
would be
f4,
nice to put the king on f5 so that whenever you go through all of these things, I have knight f4 covered.
Mhm, yeah.
So basically, you go
Yeah, we
king
can just
d7,
queen. We just queen the pawn, and we have the.
I have the cover.
Yeah. No, this
With the
is-
king on f4, the
It is
cover
basically
not-
impossible to
it's not
misplay
there.
it now because let's say in the current position we go king f4. If we can go back to
Yes.
king f4, rook a1. It's not winning. Knight g6. King e6. I thought king d7, knight f5. But king e6 makes a draw.
I think
No,
he's gonna go
no,
king
So you
no,
on
can
no.
put the third knight on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
board, but
no,
it's
but
maybe too
nobody-
much. Yes.
no-
One more. One
Actually,
more.
3 knights. are
Nobody
winning.
nobody plays king f4 here though. Like,
One more find. And that's it. King e4 is on the board.
well, I think
One more find.
was it the only move? No, I don't think it
Probably
was.
not.
No, I think yeah.
King
here,
f2 just to go on the other side.
Yeah. Even
would
king
work.
d2 is winning. Yeah, it's just I think specifically king f4.
I think it's just a handshake, resignation.
And there you have
we
it.
can see Wei, and he's shaking his head. He knows that he had the draw in this game, but
yeah.
something went wrong, and
A tremendously dramatic game.
Wow.
Very in the end, you have to say
Yeah.
very well played, and you have the Chinese coach
Wow.
there.
And he's still
You can
thinking
see-
about
yeah,
it.
they're
he's
Still
discussing
trying to
something
understand
and
what went wrong. Where
and they're
was it?
discussing with Gukesh.
Where
like,
did I make the final mistake?
What a game it was. I mean, it was pleasure, of course, to follow it from the beginning until the end. I mean, there was so many up and downs in this one, right?
The only move
It's the Robert. If he goes Rook F1, we're gonna get
He
two
pushed.
queens on the board.
he pushed
pushed
H3,
it.
Danya.
Oh my gosh,
goodness.
we're gonna get two queens on the board.
So what's going to happen here? F7 will be played by white. Can
Yes.
you put the move H3 on the board? It's
Oh
been
my
played.
gosh. F7, Rook F1. White's gonna route the knight back to F3 to slice off the connection between the black rook and the F pawn. Black will promote, but white will promote with check and very likely a mating attack on the black king. Oh my frickin' lands.
And what's so crazy is F7 has been played, so we can see that on the board.
Put it.
Is that the knight will go to G5 with tempo against the H pawn. It will slide back to F3 with
Yes.
tempo against the H pawn, and that's the critical difference. Is that black does not have time to step the king out to E7 because then
my
the H
God.
pawn will drop.
King E7 loses on the spot. Rook F1 is forced. Robert, you're right. This is incredible. Knight G5, as you said, hits the H pawn. And guess what? It's the presence of these silent pawns on A4 and A5. That is what disallows black from giving up his rook for white's F pawn. Otherwise, just throw that rook away. But because of the A pawns, that defensive resource is taken away. This is unimaginable. Wei Yi has made a move. And I think it's Rook F1.
It is, in fact, Rook F1. And the
Knight
one
G5.
thing that is, as my commentator brain is trying to stay on here, is the bar isn't through the roof. And because it's where it is, that to my eyes looks like a +2, +3 territory, is there a way for black to, say, track down the A pawn and then sacrifice the rook for the F7 pawn? Is there enough time for that?
Well, there's a will, there's a Wei Yi, and Knight G5 has to be found by Gukesh. As you said, threatening Knight F3, hitting the pawn. Wei has to push his pawns. White will promote with a check. I said there might be a mating attack, but there might not be. If the black king dodges and zigzags its way out of the immediate danger zone, Gukesh, he's got only seconds on his clock. He might not find the narrow path to victory, which might not even be there. Let's strap ourselves in.
Knight
Will he
G5
play
played.
Knight G5? Yes.
Yeah, he did. We just saw it on camera there. The knight hops forward, hitting the H pawn. It also reinforces the F7 pawn, so the other knight is free to go. So you're not dropping that H pawn, are you, Danya? It's going to land on H2. We may see both sides queening, but white lands
will.
a check with a queen.
This is unbelievable. What are the odds that we're going to get a fresh pair of queens on the board? This round has just defied belief as Wei Yi, 30 seconds on his clock. He has to push. As you said, Robert, if you give up the H3 pawn, you lose immediately.
Unless you could grab that A4 pawn, then get back around to get F7. I don't think it's happening. H2 is on the board, and that
Okay.
means one of the white knights. But which is the better knight? It's hard to choose between them. Knight G or Knight E? He chooses the G knight, Danya. Is that the correct knight?
I think both knights were suitable. And the reason he chose that knight is because, of course, the other knight is now in the center, and he hopes that it will combine with the queen and hunt the black king down. But apparently there is no mate. Wei Yi, did he promote? No, he
No.
played king E7. That
So
loses.
He gives up the H2 pawn, but Danya, doesn't this allow white just bring the knight right back, and F7 is defended by the knight E5?
Oh, wait. Knight takes H2. Wei Yi wants to go after the A pawn, and he thinks that the black king can hold F7 at bay long enough, but there must be a win there.
Well, knight takes
Knight
H2
takes
is on,
on
the
the board.
board. I mean, I think he's going to go rook A1. What are the choices he have? But that knight's
Oh my
getting
gosh.
back in.
And it's getting up to F6. It's going to set up a force field where black's rook will not be able to move to F4 because of a fork on D5. Gukesh is going to win this game.
That is an incredible move. You know, rook A1, knight G4, rook takes A4, knight F6, so the rook can't get back around. But that must be what Wei Yi was relying on. From a distance, it looks like the rook gets back in time, but not. No, it doesn't. Not true. Not here. There is a fork on D5.
This knight is like the Terminator. It's taken the pawn. It's performed one set of heroics. Now it moves to its journey on G4. The blue arrow has appeared. It is the only winning move. There is only one path. Knight G4, and I believe the target square is F6. Robert, this is my brain, not the engine brain. Look at Gukesh taking the time that he has, the patience, the maturity. He's not rushing a single one of these moves. And maybe Wei Yi can throw in a check on A3 to make White's task maximally difficult.
Yeah, it can be confusing. It may seem like it doesn't matter where the white king goes in the second rank, but sometimes there are differences, like if the black rook can slide around to the f-file. Knight g4 play, continued accuracy here for Gukesh. Oh, he was the most accurate player of the candidates. It earned him a shot at the World Championship, and right now he is trying to earn India the clear lead, a continued lead in this Olympiad. There was a check given on a3. Nope, Don, it stopped one square short there. Check on a3 here, and Gukesh checking to make sure he finds the right square for his king.
King d2, only winning move. If he goes up to e4, I think he allows the black rook to give itself up for one of the knights, and then the a pawn is going to force White's other knight away from its protection of f7. Gukesh now has to avoid stepping on a landmine. I have no idea why king e2 is not winning. And
King d2.
He found
the only move. Of course he did. He may be young, but his age belies his experience, his strength. He is phenomenal, and he finds the only move. And look at Wei Yi. He looks to the side because, Danya, I think he recognizes rook a4, knight f6.
Oh, knight h6.
No rook.
Knight h6 just wins on the spot.
Oh, because no rook f4, because knight g6 check.
The knights will end the game on h6 and g6. Remember, they were on f5 and f4 when this endgame began. They started together. They'll end it together. Wei Yi cannot believe his eyes.
Oh, and a huge issue is that if the rook takes the pawn on a4 and gives a check on the d-file, there is no rook d8 because knight c6 will be the fork. These knights will not stop dancing.
Oh my gosh. Tango, 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 and Wei Yi. Hesitation, finally. He realizes the gravity of the situation. He has to grab that pawn. There is no choice. He does, and knight h6 will seal the deal for India. This is straight out of a Troitsky study.
You see him, there it is, knight h6 played, and he slaps the clock, and with it, he may slap down China's chances in this Olympiad. Danya, this is Team India flexing and saying that even in these long endgames, Gukesh, he's young, he's got everything under control. He's playing for a darn world championship this year.
Put some respect on that man's name, says Gukesh. This is an achievement that even Magnus Carlsen would consider among his best. This endgame conversion, it was unfreaking believable. Look at the domination of the knights. Rook f4, you get forked one way. You go to d8, the knights tango to the west. Otherwise, knight g6 will lead to promotion. All Wei Yi can do is deliver a series of spite checks. All the white king has to do is prevent the black rook from stopping the pawn from behind. The rest is easy. Check.
That's right. It doesn't matter where the king goes, right? At this point, as we see a little instant replay there, the king goes to e3. Just don't allow the rook to the f2 square. That seems simple enough. So the king can go anywhere as long as it doesn't allow the rook to the f-file.
And there's yet another fork. If you walk the king up to e4, then you can allow the black rook to stop the pawn from behind because, again, knight g6 is going to fork the rook and win the game. I don't think you could script this better in a chess composition. The knights on e5 and h6 are going to be in my dreams tonight. They're going to be in Wei Yi's nightmares, literally.
I was waiting for that pun. I'm glad you delivered. And we see Photo Chess back there taking some of the final shots of this game. Always got her photographer hat on, making sure that the action is fully covered. But Danya, this is going to be heartbreaking for Team China. They put Wei Yi in on the top board. I still believe it was the correct decision. But Gukesh, it doesn't matter who he faces. It seems like he always comes with that determination that leads him, in this case, to victory.
And listen, for Wei Yi, as Gukesh takes one more side, he realizes that he is moments away from a momentous victory. For Wei Yi, take off your hat and you say you defended like a hero. He just walked over hot coals. He defended 20, 30 moves. He came oh so close. But sometimes it's not so much that you lose, but your opponent wins. And in this endgame, Gukesh won more than Wei Yi lost. Move 80. And the king is up to e4.
And there it
Well,
is.
he
The
stops the
clocks are stopping. Look at Gukesh breathing and a head nod. You can see the confidence on that young man. You could see a smile. That's the first time I think I've ever seen him smile, because at the board, he is a stone cold killer. And he may have just killed China's chances while lifting India's, because India is in the clear lead at this Olympiad. And that was a momentous occasion, a monster victory for Gukesh, and Wei Yi just analyzing the game with him, but that was so close, Danya.
Sagar bhai, this is so intense. What is happening?
What is happening to H3?
going on?
What is happening to H3?
Oh my god. Kya ho raha hai, guys? I have really no idea. F6 has been played and black needs to find
H3.
the only move. Not easy. Not easy, Sagar bhai. The
Rook
pressure
D1
is...
check is the only move here.
Oh my god. Guys, Gukesh, guys, I was talking about a miracle happening. This is the moment which will decide if it will happen or not, Sagar bhai. Can you feel it?
H3
H3 played, arey, guys, blunder. Tremendous
Okay,
moment,
okay.
guys. Let's go.
One second. F7.
F7 needs to be played.
F7
needs
King
to be
E7,
played.
King E7.
And then knight
He
F7
pushes,
played.
he pushes,
Let's
he
go.
pushes,
Let's
he
go. I
pushes.
cannot
But
control.
bhai,
Sagar bhai, let's
bhai,
go.
King E7. Oh, there is knight G5 followed by check and queen.
Oh my goodness. Can you see how he's managed to create this unbelievable
Oh
setup?
my
Amruta,
God, is
Gukesh.
Gukesh going to
Gukesh
convert this?
FTW. I'm talking about manifestation, Sagar bhai. This is happening.
Bye, bye.
One time, what
One
did you say?
time, guys. One time. Look at way he's so nervous. He's missed it. He's blundered.
Bhai, King E7, Knight G5 winning.
Oh my god, guys. 36,000 of you watching Gukesh
Bhai,
for
what
the
about Rook
win.
F1? Rook F1? Rook F1, he needs to maybe play. Or H2 is direct queen, guys. Cannot do that.
Cannot do that.
F1.
30 seconds. 30 seconds for Gukesh. Rook F1
Khela
played.
Rook
Rook F1 played.
Rook F1.
Guys,
And now the
knight-
only
only
winning
move,
move is
knight
Knight G5. But
then H2?
इधर हाँ वही तो
H2. Oh, it's-
Knight
Check.
भाई समझ में नहीं
No,
आता
H2 knight F3.
Oh my
This
god.
knight
नहीं,
F3.
King E7.
This is way above
So
our.
knight takes H2 na, khatam. What King E7?
Let's just see what he plays.
हाँ,
He's
हाँ,
going to find
रुको,
the best
रुको.
move.
Knight
Let's wait and
G5.
see what he
If-
plays.
Arey, knight G5. H2
ढूंढेगा
knight
कि नहीं वो
E8.
सोचो.
He
Whether
will.
Gukesh.
49 seconds he has. अभी इधर तो ढूंढेगा ना और क्या करेगा?
Let's go Guki. Let's go.
दूसरा कोई मूव भी नहीं है. Come on, guys.
Sagar bhai, can you feel the intensity
Oh
of
my
this
God,
moment?
He must
Look
be
at him.
so
Look at
tense.
Gukesh. For the first time, I'm seeing some emotions. He looks at the clock. He has 30 seconds.
He is tense.
He says, "Bhai, खेलूं क्या खेलूं? I need to calculate. There is some move here. Oh my God, Gukesh does this also.
Oh.
By Gukesh, you need to find Knight G5.
Oh my
This
God.
is the move. Go for it. अरे वो clock कितनी बार देख रहा है? He's look at him.
Bam!
God.
Amruta, let's go!
Oh my
Vamos,
God.
vamos!
आज
Gukesh,
डॉन
Gukesh,
आना ही है हाँ,
Gukesh,
अगर
Gukesh,
कुछ भी
Gukesh.
रानी बन गई तो डॉन आना है.
H2.
Okay, H2 knight F3 king E7 knight takes H2 over.
Yes, yes.
Oh, nice. Amruta finding
Knight-
the key idea.
Knight EF3 or GF3?
Ah, knight
Which
G.
knight?
GF3.
Because
Respect
guys,
दे दो यार,
guys, if you
knight
don't
G.
push the pawn, then he's going knight G6 and queen. No, he's just going to take your pawn. Gukesh says, "Give me your pawn."
I think Sagar bhai, H2 is the
H2
only
खेलना
move
पड़ेगा.
he has
खेला, खेला,
found
खेला,
it.
खेला,
He has
खेला.
found H2.
Okay, knight GF3. I think I like that
Knight
better.
GF3 or EF3. The point is, guys, if you make a queen, I make a queen first with a check.
And he played.
He played
Knight
GF3.
GF3, okay.
GF3.
Right, GF3
And now if king E7, as Amruta pointed out, the pawn is hanging. So you need to make a queen. I make
But
a
then
queen.
there you'll
That's a
get
mate.
mated.
You will
Queen
get mated.
and knight combination is
Oh,
known.
he went king E7. But now, Mardo, pawn
No,
go
just
Mar-
take
Take the
it.
pawn.
Boy,
Just
pawn.
take the pawn, boys. And knight back to F3. This is completely winning now.
Now
Khatam.
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 Sagar bhai, I cannot sit. Let's stand and
night
watch this. Kya ho raha hai? Oh my God.
Yaar, the knights are partying.
We are seeing history being made,
Bhai,
Sagar bhai.
this is so much more exciting even than the Bermuda party.
Oh my
And we
God.
didn't see Gukesh yesterday at Bermuda
Sagar bhai,
party.
we need
That-
a crazy dance after
Rook
Gukesh wins this.
A1.
Still accuracy needed. Still accuracy needed. Guys, still accuracy needed.
which is the winning move again. Knight G4.
Only
भाई
move.
कैसे
Why?
ढूंढेंगे?
Only
Why
move.
is it
Oh
the
my
only
God.
move?
Because if you take here, like let's say
Oh,
knight
this is
G4,
not
The knight
easy.
f3 khela
This is not
suppose.
easy.
then I go knight h6 defending here and threatening a check. I need my knight to reach there. I
Okay.
need my knight to
Please
reach here.
defend f7
And
point.
Gukesh has 1 minute to figure it out.
Guys, knight
Okay,
G4.
39. Can we hit 40,000 people?
Guys, we need your support for Gukesh to find this important,
Look
crucial
at the
move.
intensity. Even the camera is glitching there with the intensity, guys.
Look at how this guy has managed to create chances from an
Can't
equal
believe
position,
Unbelievable.
guys.
that 2 knights for a rook. That
भाई
decision. and-
गुकेश का जो फोकस है यार, like unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
और वो अपने ऐसे he's moving his eyes like
Like,
zoom zoom
zoom.
zoom zoom. How many seconds? Okay, 5
Knight
seconds.
G4, guys. Let's be calm.
This is the move, guys.
This is the move which will decide whether Gukesh will win the game or it will be a draw.
40,000 people.
Knight G4 play.
And knight g4.
Let's go, Gookie boy on fire.
Knight G4 idea, putting the knight on H6. The
He
knight
gave a
on
check.
Check, okay. Oh, we have
King c4. No, any problem?
another important.
भाई
With
किंग
that?
C4 चेक में
Oh
मरेगा
my
ना
God,
अमृता, और फिर
another
ये
tough
मरेगा
move.
और फिर ये नो
Another
नो पीछे
only move.
पीछे आना
King
पीछे
c2. King
पीछे
c2.
Only one move is
D2
winning.
King c2 क्यों
king
नहीं?
C2 rook A4
King.
and then
Oh
But
my
king
God,
d2 को
this
भी
is
rook
not
a4.
easy.
I don't understand. Rook a4, knight
I
h6.
know. I'll tell you the difference,
Continue
guys.
with the
If
plan.
king to c2,
Huh.
rook a4, knight h6, there is rook
finds
c4
rook
check.
D2 finds rook
Oh
D2
my! What? Finds king d2.
yes king D2 found
Oh my God!
Why is it
How
the
he
best
doing
move?
this?
Please
How is he
बताओ.
doing
Found.
this?
Once again we will analyze this.
हाँ समझ गया. I got it. You were showing the check.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Why, but knight takes?
Oh.
The
King
on
F7
takes
ना?
king, the f7 pawn
नहीं,
was
knight
H6
h6
पे है ना?
Knight h6 पे है.
भाई हम लोग को इधर समझ में नहीं आ रहा है गुकेश को कैसे
Gukesh
that too in the
30
sixth
seconds.
hour.
Oh yes,
समझ
yes,
रहा है
yes. The
यार
difference
उसको.
was that the king on c2 could not protect the f2 square. Now the king on d2, if you give a check, can be protect this
Stopping
important
F2.
f2 square.
Oh.
But this nuance has been found by Gukesh in less than a minute. Look at Wei. He's shaking his head.
Now
he can
knows.
realize that
It's all
this
over.
game has gone.
It's all over, guys, because Gukesh's knight will come and defend this pawn. The other knight will give a check and queen.
Guys, this is the power of support. This is why our chat is helping the players in such a positive way, guys. Positive thoughts are
Mara, pawn
making
mara.
sure rook takes a4 played.
भाई knight h6 खेल दे. Now तो
This is the yeah, knight
this
h6.
is now भाई
Played.
आदित्य खेल. Let's go.
Guys, गुकेश ओपी रुकना नहीं चाहिए, हार्ट्स रुकने नहीं चाहिए, इंडिया ओपी गाइस. Wow, Amruta, are you excited by this play?
Nervous right now. I'm very nervous and very tensed. Harshit.
How's the Josh?
अरे भाई बहुत कम है अभी रुको.
Guys, this is what these players do us. They take our breaths away.
Knight g6 check is the big threat.
Speech away, breath away.
Fire on fire. Finding the only winning moves, Gukesh. Rook a2 check played.
Now king
King
e3
E3
and king e1 both win
King e3 has been played.
because to stop f2, right?
Exactly. King e3 has been played.
Pick. Guys,
This is incredible.
incredible endgame.
Incredible
He
endgame.
found-
We'll go
found
in
like
all books, all
10
endgame books from
he
now.
found like 10 12 accurate moves, yeah, with like less time. It's
And
just
very tough ones. They were not even like the obvious ones.
I am so proud of this boy Gukesh. I played him 4-5 years back. The way he has risen his level, risen the way he handles himself has just been exceptional, Sagar Bhai, showing why he is the biggest talent we have right now. Playing the World Championship match,
yeah.
I think we are looking at a successor of Vishwanathan Anand in front of our eyes.
Yes, definitely. And right now, he might be the man who will give India a gold in Olympiad. But of course, few more moves need to be made. And I think just King E4, King F4, No, king f4 maybe not accurate. Yes.
But we are not in a situation of only move, right?
king-
Finding the only move.
Bhai, king
King
f4
f4 is a
not
blunder.
accurate.
King
Rook
f4 is a
a1
Because
blunder.
that's the point with
Piche
Harshit
se.
mentioned. The rook
You
wants to
need
stop the f8
exactly
queen.
exactly play king e4 Guki.
Okay, 40 seconds. 39.
The most tense battle we've had, King e4 played.
Finds it, bhai. Finds it. Machine Guki. Finds one good move after another.
I can only feel for Wei Sagar Bhai. He found such incredible defense. The resignation, the victory. Gukesh has won, Sagar Bhai. Let's go.
China. Whoa.
Wow, what a win, guys.
Wow.
I still want to stay here and see, the
Insane.
final.
Can we go full screen? And what a
moments,
beautiful gesture by the coach of China,
And look
patting
at
him
Wei.
on the back.
And he's analyzing, like, way to be able
Beautiful,
to analyze after
beautiful
this
moment.
moment.
This is what
Too good.
sports are all about. The sportsmanship, even after losing such a game, showing why chess is such.
If I check f6, rook d1 check was the only move. He missed it, and now he's knight g5.
I don't think he's winning yet. But
Sahaj, only one move, rook f1. I mean, no surprise. It's the only move, but we are down to only moves. The pawn is on the 7th rank. He can win this. No way he can win this. India can have a perfect score. I can't believe what's happening right now. That is insane. No way he's going to win this one. That is crazy, chat. Oh my God, he's going to win.
I actually cannot believe this because this might be possible now.
ताज भाई 0% कहा था आपने देख लो भाई this is crazy.
I actually don't believe this even now.
Black has to find rook f1 or he is busted. I'm going to refresh the board yet again because अब वेई का time 0 दिखा रहा है तो refresh करना पड़ेगा. हम refresh करने को भी तैयार है भाई. Or he has played rook f1. He has played rook f1, chat. And now Gukesh thinking, he has 30 seconds on the clock. Only move is knight g5 to continue the game. Apparently. Pawn h2 भाग रहा है. Imagine the guts you need to allow the h pawn to run away like this, Sahaj. Imagine the guts you need. The calculation, the ability, the belief in yourself you need to allow the h pawn to run. You could easily lose this.
True. But you are also queening with a check. Let's not forget that. He's also queening with a check. You are going to, most likely, this is going to be a position where black queens first, but white queens back with a check. And koi queen or knight ka koi crazy wo combination ho sakta hai.
And Sahaj, now black has to play h2. I mean, it should be self-obvious. He has to push his passed pawn. Then he will block the path with knight, and there might be a threat of a queen. Will both
H2,
sides queen? I don't know.
Exactly. H2, knight like gf3 or something. H1 queen and f8 queen check.
भाई किसी बंदे कहा था ना 1 लाख रुपए देगा मुझे. भाई कहाँ है भाई वो? भाई यूपीआई आईडी पता है तुम्हें?
भाई लाख रुपए कहा था आपने. लाख रुपए का पिज्जा भी कहा था भाई. पिज्जा भी देना है आपको.
हाँ तो Chessbase 20 at okay ऐसे है भाई. प्लीज मेरे पर्सनल चैनल मिल जाएगा कोई यूपीआई. प्लीज वो I'll be waiting for it भाई. Thank you.
Knight gf3 played.
Wow, he is winning. King e7 was a blunder. Rook d1 check खेलना था and queen करना था उनको. But very hard to play, and Gukesh is completely winning. If he finds the move knight f to h to g4, it is completely winning. He has pulled off the impossible. I don't know how he does it again and again and again and again. It is insane. It is insane.
It is impossible. Even now it's impossible. I cannot believe that he's able to do this. Even now it is impossible. I still cannot believe it.
Chat, Gukesh OP तब तक रुकना नहीं चाहिए जब तक ये गेम खत्म नहीं होती. There is no way it should stop. This guy deserves it, man. And with this, he is going to reach the rating of 2780. For the first time in his life, he will cross Abdulsalam Nodebek to become the world number 5 with a rating of 2780 point something. So Indian players just cruising, and what a turnaround for Team India, defeating China. And with this, they'll be so lead. Bhai, kya khel rahi hai Team India? Bhai, Gukesh off in the chat, bhai.
But it hasn't happened yet, Sailva. It hasn't happened yet. So we
don't know.
94
on the board. 94 on the board.
94 on the board. Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Knight g4 rook takes a4 पे क्या हो रहा है?
I don't know. मुझे पता तो मैं खेल रहा था ना भाई. He brings
Okay,
back the
rook
king.
a3, king e2.
Oh,
Yeah.
Saj, it is crazy. King d2 is the only move. Isn't that freaky? King d2 is the only winning move.
Did he
King
play
e2
it?
is. I think he did king e2, king c2, king e4, king c4. Everything else is a draw. Only king d2 is a winning move. I don't even know why. Wow, how is that the only move and he found it? How? Tell me, Sahaj.
I am completely. Oh, because king e2 पे होता तो rook a4, knight h6, rook e4 check होती.
And king c2 पे rook e4 anyways, yeah? Because the knight
Rook
is
e4 anyways and you just capture the knight. d2 पे
Wow.
दोनों को पकड़ के बैठे हो आप.
Wow, Sahaj, that is crazy. Imagine calculating this with 30 seconds on the clock. He is
I
insane.
actually cannot. I cannot imagine that. That is insane. Beyond insane. He played king d2, the only winning move in this position, and now black is thinking.
भाई हम सबसे ज्यादा दुनिया में कोई अगर रिलैक्स हो रहा है इस गेम को देख के वो है डिंगलन की वो खेलने नहीं आए वरना वो उनका मूड खराब हो जाता भाई.
King d2, okay. He takes rook a4, knight h6. Bhai, you know, chat को समझा देते हैं, but this is a +6 position. Officially, it is winning. This is no longer a draw. It's no longer a 2% chance or 3% chance. It is completely winning.
It is resigns. Knight g6 आ रहा है. There is only way to even stop this is rook a2 check and rook g2. That's the only way.
Knight d7 है ना तब?
हाँ, oh, knight d7 भी है. So it is over then. It is over. It's time to resign.
Yeah, no. There is knight f5 check, knight d6, and then d7 or g6 पे है. You can only defend one. It's over. He'll play rook a2 check. As he does, king e3. हुआ क्या अपडेट बोर्ड? किंग e3 या ऑन द बोर्ड. किंग e3. भाई आप चलने लग जाओ अगर वो खुद नहीं हो रहा तो. आई कैन टेल यू द मूव्स.
वो बोर्ड मेरा नहीं है. बोर्ड मेरा नीरी भाई का बोर्ड है वो.
नीरी भाई का बोर्ड है. रुक g2 है भाई उसके बाद.
By the way, this is a nice angle. 3 camera angles and 1 board. This is also nice. But okay, I like this also. Even my board is, I can actually activate the moves now. So maybe I can just keep.
अरे साहिल भाई रुक g2 knight d7 immediately game over.
Dude, this guy is insane. This guy is insane. 5,000 लोग देख रहे हैं भाई. As Gukesh D is just cruising right now in a dead drawn position. कैसे उसने push किया? That relentlessness of never really agreeing to a draw. You know, pushing.
You know, this really reminded me of Magnus. Because only Magnus is able to do things like that. And that's what Magnus पहले करता था, and we used to ask the same question, how? Because it was a dead drawn position and he kept grinding. This was wow.
And Chad, look at the traps. Yeah, king f4. There is rook a1 or something. Is there something? I don't know what's the trap there. But even if there is one, actually, I don't know. But he is being very, very cautious here, Gukesh, using his time appropriately, trying to find the best moves, looking at the clock, looking at the position, trying to navigate all the single traps. When you're losing like this, you're on the absolute peak of your mental ability. So he will set up every single trap there is.
Plus but I think it's too late now. King e4 played, knight g6 check ka threat hai, and you're queening in the next move. So there is no way that he can stop it. And Sahil bhai, rook a4 check, only move, king d5, rook f4, knight g6 check, game over.
Yeah, it is time to resign.
And there we have
Gukesh D has won the crazy match against Wei Yi from China. I just can't believe this game. The captain comes and congratulates him for such an epic victory there. With this, India has defeated China 2.5, 1.5. And I still cannot believe my eyes. I will have to wash my face. I will have to wash my eyes. क्या हो रहा है साज भाई?
I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. Ding didn't choose to play, but he actually managed to defeat the Chinese number 1 anyways.
Wow.
That is insane, yaar. What a game, what a player.